My name is Josh Peterson. I'm 22 years old and I live on the Outer Banks of North Carolina. I'm a surfboard shaper and glasser, hot coater, sander. I've been shaping, I guess I started in high school, but full-time for the past 2 years.
Baby's close, baby knows how to confide in me, something I don't know myself. But I will tell him when the fire begins, so he can run, for there's nothing left here for us.
Evie, play actress. Evie, 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 Evie. We ready? Check, 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 check. Never trust people. They will lie to you. The cat might ignore you, but he will never lie to you. My name is David Rohde. I've been building surfboards since I was 19 years old. I'm 66. I've glassed more surfboards than any other laminator ever on the history of the East Coast, in the history of the East Coast, due to wave riding vehicles and it being the most high production shop that has ever existed on the East Coast. It gave me access to the world, it gave me access to things that gave me access to other things, i.e. being a surfer, you're always near the water, so you have access to going fishing. It may not be freshwater, but it can be saltwater. When you start combining these things, they open up these weird, crazy places you never thought of. Josh has been my mentee, but not in shaping. We have kind of grown together. 6 years ago, my son got sick and he got cancer. He passed away 5.5 years ago. I started shaping at the time because I needed something different going on with myself. I can glass with my eyes shut. I've done thousands and thousands and thousands. It's robotic. All I have to do is come to the floor at the end to make sure everything I did was square. That's it. But with shaping, I was able to get lost in it. Josh really only started a couple years after me. He's got some mentors, but I would say rather than me mentor him, at times it's been back and forth and, look what I learned here and, oh yeah, check this out and I do it this way and I do it this way. Okay, are we done?
Yeah, the boards I shape kind of vary from people's needs. So I guess I start with a need usually and try and see what the person wants to do or how they want to surf or the waves that they want to surf and go from there. So yeah, shaping for friends or guys who are on the team and stuff like that are a lot more rewarding and a lot more challenging because you know their needs a lot more specifically, and you want to get them the best board and the board that's going to be able to let them connect the dots and do what they want to be able to do. So working with guys like Christaan or Wolfgang where they can surf on a much higher level is really cool because they also get to feel how the board works on a much higher level.
My name's Christaan Van Vliet. Been surfing for WRV for 8 or 9 years now. Outer Banks is so special and so diverse with waves and fishing, diving, any kind of water sport activity you could think of, you could do it here. I've known Josh for 3 or 4 years now. He started working at WRV Kitty Hawk for a little while, and then he went out to Hawaii and came back with a ton of knowledge and came to me and said, yeah, man, I want to shape you another board. Summertime, let's go for something that's gonna surf small waves really well. So this board is 5'4" by 20 by about 2 3/8. So I went over to the factory and we were talking about it, laying out the template, and I happened to look over across the factory and I saw this exact shape that he had shaped for someone else. I went over and I felt it. Felt super good and instantly just fell in love with that shape, and I told Josh, like, yeah, I just want that exact same board that's across the room. So in the summertime waves, it will catch anything. You could it'll catch a boat wake.
So Christian's board was, it's an in-cut fish, and basically the idea between having an in-cut on a fish like that is it kind of reduces the tail area and shortens the rail line a little bit in between your feet. So it kind of allows for easier like rail-to-rail transitions. So yeah, normal bottom for a fish like that for me. I kind of try and bring the double up, like a double concave up through the chest, which kind of just allows the board to tip really nicely and go to rail easily. Still allowing a lot of hold and really fast. Christian's board was glass, like a little heavier to keep with traditional fish weight and stuff, so I think it came out really nice. Some boards are a lot more like conceptualized and thought out, and sometimes you kind of just start the process and autopilot kind of takes over and connects everything. But I think some of my favorite boards to do are the ones that are kind of fully imagined before the process starts.
We added a little bit less concave, made it a little bit flatter, tweaked a few minor things on it. And yeah, and then, you know, it came down to the color, and I just told Josh to do something crazy. You know, I want my board to stand out different than everyone else's, so that's how we came up with this green, pink, cotton candy type thing. It turned out really, really amazing.
A lot of the times, especially when you're sanding, your hands, or I feel like my hands can communicate it sometimes better than my eyes. So being able to feel it and feel how an edge gets softer or harder is, yeah, it's the only way to do it. So having that hands-on and using your hands as your like most important tools, huge. Yeah, there's definitely like two type of mentalities. Like, there's people who are really secretive and aren't gonna help you out and aren't gonna give up any templates or like really any advice or anything. But the other side of that, there's so many people who are like more than willing to share everything they know and share templates and help you out. Because at the end of the day, like it's such a personal process that even if you have the same templates and the same like tools and everything, the boards are going to come out different because it's like a personal thing and each person has a different touch. So I guess I've learned the most from Dave Rohde. Sent me like light years ahead laminating and helped me a ton. I learned to shape mostly from Jeff Bushman in Hawaii, and that was invaluable, and he helped me a lot and showed me the ropes. But lately I've been learning a lot from John Opito and Ryan Lovelace up at Glide. It's dirty, and like my car's got like a layer of dust on it. Like, yeah, it's just dirty, and the worst is like fiberglass is really itchy, so it can get into your skin. So you have to take like a cold shower to get everything off, or what's best is like actually being able to go for a surf.
Just the stuff that he's coming out with, the shapes are coming out really well. I think he's got a big future in surfboard shaping. I feel really lucky to have the connection.
I mean, I love really just like shaping and keeping on. It's one of those things you just don't ever like, never perfect. You know, there's always room to grow and room to improve. So just that whole aspect of it will keep me busy for the rest of my life, trying to build the best boards I can.